Hello and welcome Chats and Eats, where we talk to some very interesting entrepreneurs about business here on the Riviera. I will also bring you ideas on where it is good to go to discuss business in the right ambience. Today I welcome Alicia Sedgwick. Alicia has had an amazing career as an educator of future entrepreneurs. She is now moving on to be an entrepreneur herself. Alicia is also a formidable singer and entertainer. Alicia's energy and pure joy of life is so evident. Motivational and positive would be two of her main strong characteristics. The perfect profile for an entrepreneur. Welcome, Alicia. It's a total pleasure to connect with you. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation to be a guest on Riviera Business Club's Chats and Eats.
Oh, thank you, Mike. It's always wonderful to talk to you and to have the opportunity to do that. Thank you.
So many people come to the Riviera for obvious reasons. What made you decide to come here?
I came here because I had met the love of my life.
That's super. And I can guess who that is. That's Annette. That's lovely. Well, let's focus on your career. Please summarize it. What are the next stages?
Well, originally, Mike, I was a lawyer in the UK, specialising in family law. And then when I came to the south of France, I did everything other than the law, which isn't to say that I behaved illegally. I had an events business, absolutely Monte Carlo. I worked on events like the Laureus World Sports Awards. I managed the red carpet for them and I travelled all over the world with them. I had my own radio show and internet TV show, Asking Alicia, that focused on issues and how they impact on the family. And I was also the international press conference manager at the London 2012 Olympics for artistic gymnastics and the basketball finals. I'm also a professional MC and the MC for TEDx Monte Carlo. And a few years ago, I started teaching communication skills, leadership and management at the International University of Monaco. And I now teach at the International School of Monaco, public speaking, and I'm leading them to put on the first TEDx youth event in Monaco, hopefully next year. So I train corporations and associations, individuals, and coach them in how to be brilliant in communication, online and in person. The next steps for me are very much helping people with their online communication skills, as we are all now on camera so much more due to COVID-19 and having to use Zoom, Teams and Google Meet. So for me, the next stages are very much helping people with their online communication skills, as well as continuing in person for them.
Wow, I'm exhausted listening to that. I don't know. That's truly amazing, Alicia. Truly amazing.
Thank you.
Now, looking at the future, how do you plan to attract clients to you? Will this be through existing contacts or more widely through social media?
Well, I've always had my work, Mike, through recommendations and referrals, and I believe that that will continue. And I also have my own website now, which is www.aliciasedgwick.com. And I have a Facebook business page and LinkedIn profile. So I will use the Facebook business page, the LinkedIn profile and my website. But I really think that mostly my work comes through recommendations and referrals.
That's fascinating. You have been working in Monaco and now moved from nearby Roquebrune to Menton. Can you operate there or will you need to travel?
Yeah, I used to live in Roquebrune Village and now we're down by the sea in Roquebrune Cap Martin, which is heavenly. And thankfully, with my work going online, mostly now, I am mostly working from home, which I must say is a total pleasure. Indeed, the lockdown and returning from lockdown, I've been working non-stop as people really need my help with communicating online and being on camera. So I can mostly now work from home, which is lovely. I'm loving it.
Oh, that's fantastic. The Alicia brand. Tell us about your brand.
Alicia brand. Okay, brand Alicia. I see Alicia as Team Alicia and 24 Karat Magic, because I give people the skills to be like a magician when they talk and present. So people say, how do you do it? So Team Alicia for me is all about people being free to be themselves, without inhibition, without fears, without concerns, without cares. So my brand is definitely to be part of Team Alicia and to be the best that you can be and supported in that team, and the freedom to be really creative and yourself without any of the usual worries and fears that people have when they communicate.
Very interesting. A question, the hindsight question.
Yes.
Have you any regrets in that you wish you had branched out sooner, perhaps?
No, I don't have any regrets. Everything has its time. Everything happens for a reason, and it happens when it happens for a reason and when it should be. So, no, I never ever have regrets, never want to have a life of regrets, because I do believe that everything has its time.
Oh, I agree with that. Well, I think our time is up for this Chats and Eats, sadly. Thank you so much, Alicia.
Thank you, Mike. As I said at the beginning, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Before we go, tell us where we can find you and certainly more about you online.
Yes, as I mentioned before, it's www.aliciasedgwick.com. www.aliciasedgwick, that's SEDGWICK.com.
Thanks again, Alicia.
Thank you.
Now, to the Eats bit. That's what you've been waiting for. We are talking Monaco here, especially around Colquhoun, which can only mean one major fun destination, and that is Stars and Bars, which Alicia's partner, the aforementioned Annette, manages together with its co-founder, Kate Powers. The two of them bring you Americana on a plate with a sports theme in an amazing location. Perfect lunching surrounded by racing and sports memorabilia. The roar of business. You could feel those deals crossing the finishing line. Then again, let's not forget the outside with its amazing views over the port. Always impressive. Stars and Bars is perfect for that deal-sealing apero. So there you go. See you next time on Chats and Eats.